Example 3. For a popsicle stick, who can tell me what my LCD is on example 3? He is not here. Hessie Sai, what's my LCD on this problem?
X minus 2 and x plus 2.
Perfect. X minus 2 and x plus 2 is correct. Remember that these stick together like glue, so a minus 2 and a plus 2 are totally different. You need to multiply by both of them. My next question is, can you tell me the extraneous solutions on this problem? Melissa. Perfect. Negative 2 and positive 2 is correct. And how do I find those extraneous solutions? What do I do? Good. You set the denominators equal to 0 to find those solutions. Okay, next step is to do what? Lino is not here. Nicole Jarvis. What? What's my next step? Perfect. We have to multiply every term by the LCD. So we have x minus 2, x plus 2 to every term. On my first term, x minus 2's cancel, and we just have 1 times x plus 2. Notice how I'm writing each of those steps so I don't miss anything. Okay? Next one, I have plus 2 times. If I multiply out x minus 2 and x plus 2, what does that make? Good, x squared minus 4. So I'm going to write x squared minus 4 to save myself one little step there. Equals, and then on my last one, x plus 2's cancel, and we have 3x times x minus 2. Okay, next step is to do what, Jarrett? Very good. Distribute each of these. Good. 1 times x plus 2 is just going to give me x plus 2. We distribute 2. 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 equals 3x times x is 3x squared, and 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x. Next, combine any like terms on the separate sides if you can. So I have a plus 2 and a negative 8. So when I write this out, I have 2x squared plus x minus 6 equals 3x squared minus 6x. My next question is, should I move things to the right or to the left, and why? Mandel, would I move it to the right or the left? To the right is correct. Do you know why? Exactly. 3x squared is bigger than 2x squared, and we want our x squared to be positive. Thank you. So we are going to subtract 2x squared. We're going to subtract x, and we're going to add 6. So that moves everything to the right. And when I simplify that, I get x squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. So, can this one be factored? Is there anything that multiplies to be 6 and adds to be negative 7? Very good. X minus 6 and x minus 1 is correct. And when we set these equal to 0, what does x equal? 6 and 1. And does that match any of our extraneous solutions? No. So those are my answers. Questions? Do you guys feel like you're getting this? Okay. Example 4. Okay, for a popsicle stick, who can tell me what my LCD is on this one? She's not here. Kayleen is not here, right? Oh, you are. I can't see you. Okay, what is my LCD, Kayleen? So we have a plain X. So your LCD is going to be X. And then we also have a X plus 6. Good. So your LCD is both of those multiplied together, X and X plus 6. Okay, my next question is, what are my extraneous solutions? Anthony, what are my extraneous solutions?
-6 and 0.
Perfect. -6 and 0. And can somebody tell me why my values for my extraneous solutions are -6 and 0? When you set your denominators equal to 0. Good. Okay, next step is to do what? Ranjot. It's not here. Oh, no, sorry. Perfect. So we are multiplying the LCD to everything, so I have x and x plus 6 to every term. Okay, when I do that, on my first term, x plus 6 cancels out. So I have x times x plus 1. Next term, x's cancel out, and I have 1 times x plus 6. Equals, next term, x plus 6 cancels, and we have x times 2x plus 1. Next step is to do what? Gauge. Distribute. Perfect. We distribute. We get x squared plus x, and we get plus x plus 6 when I distribute through the 1, equals 2x squared plus x. Next, we'll combine our like terms. So I have x squared plus 2x plus 6 equals 2x squared plus x. For a popsicle stick, which way should I move things? To the right or to the left? Alistair, which way?
To the right.
And why? There's a reason. You're not sure?
I don't know.
You always want your exponent to be positive, like your highest exponent to be positive. So see how 2x squared is larger than the x squared? So we move everything to the right so that x squared stays positive. So we subtract x squared, subtract 2x, and subtract 6. So when I simplify there, I get x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. So is there anything that multiplies to be -6 and adds to be -1? Good. 3 and 2 is correct. So these can factor to be x minus 3 and x plus 2. Always double check. Those do add to make -1 and multiply to be -6. And when we set those equal to 0, what does x equal? 3 and -2 is correct. Do these match my extraneous solutions? Nope. So we are good. Those are our answers. Okay. Last example. Normally I'd have you do this on your own, but because of the time, we're going to do it together. Okay, so get ready. Every step I'm going to pull a popsicle stick. First step is to do what, Isabella? Good, and what is it? It's just going to be x squared. And the reason is, if I multiply x times x squared here, the x will still cancel out, right? So you only need x squared for your LCD. Okay, what is next, Loveline? Good, and what's my extraneous solution? 0 is correct. X squared equals 0 will give me 0 for x, and same with x equals 0. Perfect. Next step, she's not here. Brianna, what's my next step? Good, multiply every single term by our LCD, which is x squared. So every term we multiply by x squared. And when I do that, x squared times 1 is? Good. The next one, the x squareds cancel out, so I'm just left with 1. And my last one, the x cancels. One of them cancel, and I'm left with 5x. Good. Okay, next step is to do what? Kate? Good, because there was no like terms, but I like that you said that too. Good, so we're going to move 5x to the left, and why am I moving it to the left, Alistair?
Because the left left side has the bigger exponent, and you don't want the other side to be negative.
Good. And we're going to keep our phone away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we get x squared minus 5x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, my next step is to do what, Jewel? Factor. Is there anything that multiplies by 1 and adds to be negative 5? So what are we going to have to do? Good. Quadratic formula. So we have a equals 1, b equals negative 5, and c equals 1. When we put our quadratic formula in here, we get 5 plus or minus the square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times 1 all over 2 times 1. 5 squared is?
25.
Or negative 5 squared is 25. And then negative 4 times 1 is? Negative 4. So we get 5 plus or minus the square root of 21 all over 2. And that, cannot be simplified. And does that match with our extraneous solution? No. So there is your answer. Any questions? No, because remember it's negative b, and since b is negative 5, the opposite of negative 5 is positive 5.